Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find us a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high.
We started out this morning here at Scott Driver and put in, and I went right out into the mountain, or out to the river, and I'm telling you, you couldn't see 15 feet in front of you. So we just took a right there and started up through there and put the poles out, and started trolling because it's too dangerous to run. And we went up through there, and everybody else was doing the same thing. You can see them all around us, and
clear it out.
We just all waiting for that fog to lift.
Spread, you know what I'm
saying? See the sun's coming up, and then the wind started blowing pretty good, and you see that white rainbow there from the fog. That's pretty neat. This morning, I've seen several of those down here, but then it cleared off, and we went up the river a little ways and just put the poles out and started trolling. And once we figured out what was going on, I kind of watched the electronics a little bit and tried to keep us on that little break, and then the fish and John and Randy, they did the adjusting on the poles and the level, you know, and it was like I said before, it's kind of a team effort, and we got it figured out, and we put the fish in the boat. I mean, we put the fish in the boat. It was pretty well non-stop, man, you know. And I'm telling you, we only caught one short fish, and we had a pile of them. I mean, we just one right after another. We had two on at a time, a lot of time, but we had a pile of them, and most of them come on. I'll show you there. I don't, you know me, I don't hide nothing. It was pink and chartreuse, and it was mafia and sliders with the little paddle tail on them, and mafia blue with a blister tail on them. You know, them's kind of my go-to colors anymore down here. White chartreuse does real good too, but it seems like that pink and chartreuse tail on it has been a ticket down here. But it turned, after that fog lifted out of there, it turned into a clear, and I'm telling you, a beautiful day. It was just the sky, and it wasn't really hot, and there was just a little bit of a breeze. It just a nice day to be on the water. Yeah, I had to keep adjusting my speed because the contour of the bottom of this river is not like you think. You go out and drops off. Well, there's high spots on it, low spots, and then there's like bars come out, shallow water comes out. So I had to kind of concentrate on the electronics, and like I said, John and Randy concentrated on, you know, keep adjusting the poles up and down, and they come up with the idea, say, hey man, that sun's out there, might have shoved them down, let's put a little weight on there. And that's when we put the 1/4 ounce weight on there, and it's just like somebody flipped a switch when we done that. We was catching one once in a while, we wouldn't do that, but we put that 1/4 ounce jig on there, and we were in about 15 foot of water, and I was watching the fish. They were suspended about, you know, they started out, they was about 3 or 4 feet down. I was catching them, then all of a sudden they went clear to the bottom. I mean, clear to the bottom for some reason. And when they done that, that's when we put the weights on there, and well, you can see, we can watch what's going on when we put them weights on there. I mean, it was just one right after another. We didn't have weights on all of them. I put the weights on the 2 outside poles, and that way we could, and it helps keep not getting so much tangled up. We were getting, because they were big crappie. I mean, they were, you know, that one was, we took it in, weighed it, and it was pounds, almost 2 pounds, 1.63, and the rest of them were right there, 1.4 to 1.5. I mean, that's pretty good crappie. We had we had about 20 of them that size, and the rest of them, you know, the other ones were, you know, almost a pound. So they had a pretty good mess. We had a pretty good bunch of fillets for them to take home. Yeah, you see that pink chartreuse right there. And when they were small.
I take the skin off.
That's when you know you got the right bait on there. When you get down there, and you got to take your finger and shove down there and pluck it out of there, you know you got the right bait on. And you know, guys, You can use minis going this and catch them, but why use minis when you can they'll hit this mafia bait with twister tails on it? I mean, it's just a lot easier. You don't have to put a mini on there every time. You got to try this. If you've never done it, just take a few minutes to try it sometime. And I'm telling you, you'll get hooked. If you like catching fish and down here, and you like catching crappie, and you can cover a lot of country, and like I say, once you find them, and we've done it about 3 times this morning. We'd find them, and I'd find them on the live target, and them guys would tune them in up back here with the poles and the depths and stuff. We'd go up and catch 1 or 2 or 3, and then I'd go up here and make a big circle and go right back down there and get in them and catch 2 or 3 more. I mean, like I said, about the first hour and a half, 2 hours, it was too foggy to really do it. Once that fog lifted, then we started concentrating. I didn't want to get too far out in the river because there's still people running wide open up through there, and I didn't want to get too close to the bank because we got hung up. So once the fog lifted, we could do our thing, you know.
Fish on quick release too.
But yeah, look, you can see how big they are. They're nice fish. 2 at a time. I mean, we just catch 2 at a time. That's what happens when you get somebody in the boat there that knows a little bit about fishing too. John's he's an avid salmon fisherman, so he's done a little bit of this trolling and stuff too, and adjusting his weights in his line to catch them. So that helped a good deal. We had a mess, and we're heading back down the river now, and there's old Mr. Alligator. We seen several alligators. Son brought them out, and I seen one yesterday, but we seen some pretty nice ones today. They were laying on the bank, and that old sun, they like that sun. They can heat. But they're still. We got a little bit close to him. He sailed out of there. That's what they're supposed to do. I mean, they're not supposed to just lay there and let you get right up to them. If they're wild, they're wild. I mean, they won't let you get close to him. But we got a little bit over their way close to him. He just kind of eased out in the water and gave the old evil eye, and then he went under like a submarine. Them critters still amaze me, just how they've survived since the prehistoric time. Really, I mean, they're about the closest we got left to a dinosaur there is these alligators and crocodiles. You can see him looking up there, giving us the old evil eye there before he gets under. He said, "Come on over here, boy. I'll take a hold of you and show you what it's all about." I'll just give you space.
John and Randy put them in the boat, guys. I mean, they put some dandies in the boat today, and I'm going to show you what they was catching them on, how they was doing it. It was really foggy this morning, and we got a late start, but then we got in over there, and they kind of I'm trying to keep us in fish up here, and they were adjusting their baits up and down, and finally they found a place with a sweet spot, and we started catching them. So it was a team effort, guys, and we got them in the boat. So
yeah, we sure did.
Good. So hey, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for such a nice trip.
Appreciate it. Guys, here was the color. Right here was the color, guys, today. It was pink and chartreuse with a blue head. I don't think the head made that much difference, but pink and chartreuse. But I'll tell you, once the sun came up, and we got talking a little bit about it, and I know how I used to catch them. This is kind of a secret, but I'm going to let it out. I'd appreciate you guys not telling everybody about this, but I'm going to show you how we was catching the fish today, 90% of them. And it's just a little trick here we done. And we took a 1/4 ounce bullet weight. Took a 1/4 ounce bullet weight right there, guys. Right there, see that? And then we put a bead on there like that, and then put a swivel on there. Then put about 3 foot of line, 3 foot of line back to, and pink and chartreuse and blue and chartreuse, but pink and chartreuse really done it today. But that bullet weight and that bead, when that bead hits that, or when that weight hits that bullet weight, it makes a click on that swivel. And that's kind of a attractant, you might say. We used to use these for bass. It's the old Carolina rig. I'm telling you guys, it works too on trolling. But try it. Try that. Take a 1/4 ounce bullet weight, take a bead and a swivel and about 2 or 3 foot of line, and put your 1/32 ounce jig on the back of it. Blue chartreuse, pink chartreuse. You guys know how much I like chartreuse. I mean, it's got to have chartreuse on it. So anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate you watching me. Subscribe and push like if you would, please.
Okay. Thank you.